The member countries of the United Nations have agreed to protect 10% of the world's oceans by 2020 and 30% by 2030. So far, we just have 3.7%, so we have a long way to go. In the Gulf of California, fishers normally reject the idea of protecting areas. The tension is that when you get closer to the shore and closer to where people actually live, you have two competing interests. On the one hand, you have the conservation groups, which really want to preserve biodiversity and species and richness and everything. And on the other hand, you had people that make a living out of it, make a living out of fishing. And if we keep thinking that by protecting 30% of the oceans, it's going to make people have a better living, then we are probably just miscalculating it. A marine protected area, in my opinion, shouldn't be just about the square kilometers, but also the social impact that it has around the communities. I work in collaboration with other scientists to study what happens when we protect areas and compare that to other areas that are not protected. We coordinate with NGOs to share our results with fishers in order to help them design their own marine protected areas. In 2012, NGOs, academics, and fishers communities got together to establish the first network of marine refugia in the southern Gulf of California. And marine refugia basically are small MPAs. And so the question was from the NGOs to the fishers, what are you willing to give up and to enforce yourself? And that was a key part of the process because they felt empowered and they felt that they were part of the design. Even though the refugia are working really well so far, I think that in order to protect mobile species, we need to increase their size. And our results actually show that. The refugia span from very small areas to ones that are almost the size of Cabo Pulmo. And we have demonstrated that the ones that are larger actually have recovered better. Based on our results, the fishers actually decided to expand their largest protected area and create another one just as large. Seeing everyone very excited every time that we present results saying like, it's working, the species are increasing in size, we have more fish, that's just really exciting. And here, for example, I just have an image of last time we went to Cabo Pulmo and we didn't expect it. We went down and suddenly 10,000 fish around us, and something that was a desert 20 years before is now full of life. From the moment that you get into a town that has a marine protected area and where they are really engaged, you can see that people are actually in peace with nature. They live it, they enjoy it, and they respect it. And once you get into the water, it's just as amazing. You can see things that you will never see in any other place around here in San Diego or around anywhere else where you just go diving. You can see a lot of fish, you can see sharks, you can see stuff that you've never seen probably. And that is just really exciting because the kids that live in those communities, they grow up with that and they grow up thinking that they have to protect it. And I think that's the recipe. Those are the kids that are going to protect Cabo Pulmo in the next generation. Those are the kids that are going to protect the marine refugia in the next generation.